for another chapter review of Samurai 8. Why am I stuttering, man? Why am I stuttering? Shoot. Okay, let's get down to the review, guys. So, this chapter was another amazing chapter because we started where we left off last week, obviously, with Daruma starting the training with Hachimaru's. And now we found out what a samurai truly is and what a samurai needs in order to be complete and to truly be powerful. And we also have a huge revelation. We also have a new character introduction, actually 2 or 3 character introduction, which we don't know the name. I'm pretty sure we'll find out next week. And we also got another revelation of how a person go about becoming a samurai. The first chapter was basically kind of like, oh no, a samurai soul, that's how you become a samurai, because Hachimaru had a samurai soul within himself, but that's not actually the case. So it turns out that a person can become a samurai by undergoing a ritual and also having access to a crystal. That is the only way a person can become a samurai. Now, I don't know if that applies to women or it's just men that can use that and make the ritual. And how does the ritual go? Because Hachimaru did not go through a ritual in order to become a samurai. From what we understand from Daruma is that he already had that implanted inside himself from Hachimaru's father. And we also know that Hachimaru's father is running away from somebody. And then I believe that the character that was introduced, this guy that you see in here, is probably the person that we saw the second or third chapter whenever Hachimaru's father had that flashback and he was afraid of this dude that was like, one day I will track you down. Because you can see the similarity is only the eye. And then the only reason why I'm saying that is because also when Hachimaru. So let's go through what happened before I actually tell you what I think who this guy is. Daruma explained what a samurai is by stating that first of all we need to start and find out your fighting style, and then after that he started talking about the Trinity. We start with the Trinity. So the Trinity is basically the samurai, and then we have the key holder, which is Ayataro. I get that name wrong all the time. Ayataro, Hachimaru's dog, and that's the key holder. And then you have the princess. The princess is basically a woman somewhere in the world that's going to be waiting for you once you turn into a samurai. I don't know if that applies to women or if women can be samurai and they will have a prince that will be waiting for them. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's how it's going to work. But anyway, the samurai apparently cannot be stronger by himself without the princess, because the princess play a huge part in the strength of a samurai. So once a samurai find out who his princess is, his strength grow even further and he get even more stronger than he already is, which is ridiculous. So and Hachimaru asked the question, so can I now get stronger by myself? And Daruma is like, basically no, you cannot. I mean, you can get strong to an extent, but you cannot exceed the potential that you truly can have with having a princess, because with the princess, when a samurai true strength comes from is basically by fighting and protecting the princess. That's what it is. That's what the true symbol of the samurai is. That's what a samurai found his true strength is, by protecting the princess. And the princess also play a huge role because she has the ability and the potential to unlock a samurai true strength and expand his arsenal. And we also find out that, well, regardless, even though the samurai has real katana, that katana is just a blunt toy. They really don't matter to the samurai, because the samurai true weapon is the samurai sword, like we explained in the last chapter. And also the only way for a samurai to truly use his samurai sword is to have the key heel, the bone heel. That's the only way the samurai can truly use his samurai. So without that, he cannot. And that's the key that linked him and his key holder, which is, in the case of Hachimaru, the bone here will be the key that linked him to Ayataro. However you pronounce that name. So again, like I was asking in the last chapter, so if somebody managed to take that from Hachimaru, does he still have that link, that connection with his dog or not? So that's a question I want to know. I know that for a fact in the future we will find out about those kind of questions, but it's kind of interesting how they give us answer to certain things and give us even more questions. Like right now, I'm interested to see if we will never see female samurai, or we will never see male prince, that's connected to a female samurai, or if all the key holder are only dogs, or if there's a variation of animals, or if all the samurai soul is only able to produce weapon, or if like a primary samurai soul can have a different fighting style, whether it's a scythe or an axe things like that, or 2 daggers. I'm just kind of like speculating here, assuming that there will be variation, but the fact that we know that a samurai sword can do even more than that, I'm pretty sure that's not really a problem, because we already saw how Daruma was able to use his samurai sword to summon weapons, 2 pistols that he was using, and has this cannon as well when he was fighting those freaking golems. And Hachimaru was like, yo, so does that mean that you have your princess? Where is she? Where's your princess? And he's like, do not concern yourself with me. Like, yeah, no, we need to concern ourselves with you. Where is your samurai? Where is your princess, Daruma? Where is she? Is it that first lady that we saw at the beginning of the first chapter? Remember when the weird black lady or pretty entity was talking, explaining the universe and all that stuff in the first time, the color page? Is that Daruma's samurai? I mean, princess? Maybe. But that's another thing we'll find out. First of all, we need to find out why he is in a cat body, and I'm pretty sure that's something that will be revealed later on in the story. So really, we should not really concern ourselves with that. I don't think that would be a problem. But now let's go to the major part of the story that was a breaking point, to me at least, was when we finally got revealed to this new samurai that I was talking to you about earlier, and then he's a princess. So the princess is like, yo, I remember the first time we met and blah blah blah, all of that stuff, and there's this new samurai that just was born, and he reminded me of you. And then the guy asked her, oh, so you use your clairvoyance. So now that's establishing that princess can have abilities I'm guessing that samurai doesn't have or don't have access to. So for her, in this case, will be the clairvoyance, where she can see in the future, or see in the past, or see in the present, or however clairvoyance works. I'm just assuming that she's speaking about Hachimaru, and I don't think they're talking about someone else, because he looks similar to, like I said, the guy that Hachimaru's father was afraid of. And then he asks his princess, he's like, okay, so who used the star crystal to carry out the ritual? And then she's like, it seemed that the samurai was born off of the crystal that was lost by one of our own young one. And he's like, we lost one? And he's like, nobody never reported to me. And he goes, so who's the apprentice princess? I'm guessing that you can find out who a newborn samurai princess can be based on the statement that the question that he's asking to the clairvoyance, or maybe she can see into the future or find out who his apprentice will be, because her power is clairvoyance. She can see to the future to an extent and find out who the apprentice is. I'm guessing, is he asking so he can go capture her, or does capturing the princess of a samurai kind of like render the samurai unable to fight or to truly expand his ability? That's another interesting question, because as you can see here, he's like clearly asking like, yo, who is this new apprentice princess? As if like he's like, let me know so I can go see what's up with that. And now the fact that they've lost somebody, that clearly connects to Hachimaru's father, because if he is the guy that Hachimaru's father is afraid of, then that explains why Hachimaru had a crystal within himself that Daruma discovered, and how Hachimaru's father was able to use or knew what a keybone is and how to place it in a key holder, or where to place it, should I say. Again, those are questions that kind of keep coming and adding up, so that's definitely interesting for me. I'm loving this manga so far. Now again, they're setting more ground rule and they're letting us know everything, and also Daruma already stating that there's going to be universe travel. They will be traveling throughout the stars and protecting and fighting to protect the universe. So that's another huge thing. This story is going to be major. It's going to be big, because they are already establishing so many things. They just want to let us know everything right away. The rule, the code of a samurai, what a samurai needs, the courage of a samurai, what the princess is, the Trinity. They're like telling us all of this so we can understand and get familiar with it, and that way we can kind of get an idea of where the story is going and what to expect. So that way we have kind of everything we need once they're still moving forward with the story. I like it. I'm liking it. It's fast paced. What is the samurai? What is the Pandora box? The 7 samurai that we're looking for. Who are they? Where are they? How do we find them? And how do they travel among the stars or go to different planets? All those questions. It's good question. I'm interested. I want to find out more. I know it's going to take time to answer some of them, or maybe not. Alright guys, if you're new here, I would really appreciate if you actually subscribe. If you like Samurai 8, I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews review of Samurai 8. I know that there's other people who's actually doing it, who are probably doing it better than I am, or however you want to see it. I am doing it the way I think is best for me, and just talking about the chapters and review and what I think, my opinion based on what it is, and I'm really loving it. So if you love what you see and want to support the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That really do help me a lot, and I really do appreciate those who do or are doing. You know, it's a long journey, and then I know it's going to take a lot for me to actually put something that's substantial that people truly care or love, want to see more of. So yeah, help me. You know, if you think I can improve in some way, shape or form, just please go ahead and let me know in the comment down below, however it is that you want to communicate with me. So just go ahead and do that, and I will talk to you guys later.